Majesty the King, King Charles, has really got a major problem on his hands, and one that now is truly escalating into a national emergency. And many people outside Parliament as well as inside Parliament are asking, is now the time for His Majesty the King to react and dissolve Parliament? As ever, let me explain. Morning chums, nice to see you. Welcome one and all brand new subscribers. It is, as ever, lovely to have your company. This is a major crisis. I know I've reported on this on a number of occasions now, but when you see the colossal amount of unvetted, literally, people invading the great British shores on a daily basis, with many now of these boat smuggling gangs offering cut price rates of £2,000 a head to literally break into Britain illegally. This is a situation that now, whatever you may think, is going to be catastrophic for His Majesty the King. Now, I wouldn't wish this on him, obviously, for the simple fact, as you know, I have a lot of sympathy for him, given the fact that he's going through his own personal health issues. But as we saw recently, the wonderful Wales family at Wimbledon, there we have Prince George, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, Prince William, and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, alongside Princess Charlotte. And you can't help but looking at them and thinking, what will be left for them in the future? Now, you may say this is a bit, dramatic, but if you are here, literally in the United Kingdom, you will, well, be absolutely stunned and shocked as to the level of how we're being decimated by the invaders. Now, it's all very well the current British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Sir Keir Starmer, putting out these very curated videos saying, I promise to stop the gangs. Under his leadership, they've escalated beyond all control. Our current British Home Secretary, Yvette Cooper, has almost become an invisible force. Nobody knows exactly what she's doing. Now, the idea that they came up with less than a week ago with a state visit from President Macron was one in, one out. Well, so far, we've had 1,000 in and none out. Now, Sir Keir keeps pointing out that they've sent back 30,000 people under his arrival. That's rubbish. They were people that willingly went back. Many have been offered payments to return, and many have now come back again in order to get more payments. It's that shambolic. The bigger question, and we saw this recently with the magnificent troop in the colour, a celebration of His Majesty the King's official birthday, is, yes, we do seem to have a very buoyant army, the Great British Army. What about the Royal Navy, the Royal Air Force? Where are our British armed forces that are supposedly protecting us? Time and time again, we're hearing from this disastrous, particularly Labour Party government, who are currently in power. They're doing everything they can to protect us. Meanwhile, you walk up and down the streets, particularly in the very heart of London, and you're seeing tents springing up at every single corner. Park Lane looks like a third world country, and this is supposed to be one of the most exclusive areas, literally in the very heart of London. Not only that, our current Mayor of London, that concerned about exactly the escalating, catastrophic emergency that we have literally in London, well, he decided to pop up suited and booted at this year's Wimbledon, looking very much like, as he apparently felt, a bit of a James Bond hero. Apparently he's no hero to anybody inside City Hall, and as we all know, refuses even to answer the most basic and simple questions, almost like he can't understand basic English. One has to wonder exactly how he's lasted so long under this party. And now the threat is this. Sadiq Khan says he could become the very first British Muslim Prime Minister. The way it's going, that really is not an idle threat. But back to Sir Keir, Yvette Cooper and His Majesty the King. They literally have to do something right now. There is, many suggest, and as ever I have to say allegedly, a point of civil unrest. And while His Majesty the King has probably never faced anything like this literally in his time, or indeed our brilliant monarch Queen Elizabeth II, there's a first time for everything. It is a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. But what do you think? As ever, please like, share and comment respectfully. Is it time for Charles to step in? Neil Sean, Kensington, London.